Hi, my name is Kate Duffy. I'm the CEO and founder of Tipping Point Recovery. More importantly, I'm a person in long-term recovery from drug and alcohol addiction, and I'm the loved one of countless people who've struggled with addiction. What I'm going to share with you in this video is by far the bottom line principle of our program, almost from which everything has been built. And it's one statement: there is something you can do. If you love someone struggling with drug and alcohol addiction, you're often told and you often feel, there's nothing I can do. That statement means you can't take a drink out of someone's mouth. You can't take a needle out of someone's hand. That's what it refers to, right? There's nothing you can do to actually physically stop a person from doing something. But there's a lot you can do to orient your loved one toward recovery. And it's my mission to teach you how. Because you see, I was a struggling alcoholic and I lied to all the people I care most about, right to my children's faces, day after day after day for a few years. And you know what happened? They believed me. Because why wouldn't they believe their mom? I looked sober, and in my Dunkin' Donuts cup was alcohol. My parents still say to me, but you said you weren't driving drunk. Of course they believed me, because prior to this, I was believable. But here's the thing. I kept myself trapped in that lying and denying and justifying and rationalizing. I was trapped in my own addiction, which kept my family trapped in the dark, thinking there's nothing they can do. I can't stand when I hear that statement. What it means is, don't try to stop the rain. Okay, yep, you can't make another person stop or do something. But let me tell you what happens when you change what you're doing, saying, where you're doing it and saying it with that person, they change. Picture this. You're in a dance, an energetic dance for 20 years. You move this way, they move that way. When I teach you how to change your feet, they have to change because suddenly you're not there doing the same thing. So there's a lot you can do to change the circumstances around someone killing themselves with drugs and alcohol. There's also a lot that you don't want to do. I love teaching families these principles because amazing things happen. You, the family member, get out of the chaos, the fear and the confusion. And guess what happens when you get out of the chaos and the fear and confusion? People get sober. I see it every day in our programs. And I'm so excited to share these principles with you on YouTube for free so that you can start to be the change in your family that you're seeking for someone you're worried about. And there's no doubt that there is a list of things you're doing that you don't want to do. And there's absolutely some things that you're not probably aware of, they're not intuitive, that you can do that will help you get out of the frequency of addiction. Get into a place of making a decision from what I want for you is a better life, not I'm afraid you're going to die. When we meet up with people from that energy of freaking out, and I know it as an alcoholic and I know it as a family member, when we meet up with someone in that frequency, chances are they're not going to say, darn, you're right. What am I doing? This is so silly. I'll stop. So there is something you can do. You just need to learn what it is that you can do that's helpful. So the number one thing I like to teach families, first of all, is just to know that. Tell yourself that there is something I can do. Maybe I don't know exactly what it is, but that feels good. Then the second thing is you want to tell yourself there's things I should be not doing. And I can tell you right now, probably bet you there are things you're doing that you think aren't harming, and they are. So just remain open. One of the principles when you get sober and recover from alcohol and drug addiction is to get honest. I invite you, the family member, the loved one, to get honest and say, even if you don't think it's true, maybe there is something I'm doing that I'm not aware of that might be contributing to the problem. Worst case scenario, I'm wrong, you're right, cool. But are you open to maybe there's something you're doing that is keeping you all stuck in that frequency. So that's great. Good place to start. The next thing I like people to do is start to make a list in your notebook, a brand new notebook for this work. It's your recovery journal. Start to make a list of the things you're doing. For example, yelled at my son today when he called. Tried to see if he was still in treatment. Anything you're doing. Worried about him. Skipped work because I feel sick to my stomach. I'm so worried. Those are the kinds of things I mean. What are you doing in your life that's being influenced by someone's struggle, good or bad? So you start to take inventory. So when you're watching these videos, you can look at your inventory and see, oh, wow, I do that. I didn't realize. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to be open to, there might be something you aren't doing or could be doing that is helpful or not helpful. I want you to learn the difference. And I really invite you to get a journal and start to track over a series of a few days. What are you doing? What are you saying? How are you feeling? And allow me to help you orient yourself and your loved one onto a path that will save their life and could save yours, because you don't need to be stuck in the fear and confusion of someone being out of control. And what I'm really sorry about is that no one's ever called you and told you this. That's what we do at Tipping Point Recovery when we meet individuals in treatment. We tell them what we do. Most often, they give us their family's number and say, can you help my mom? Can you help my wife? Can you help my grandmother? Can you help my dad, my son? When we call people and say, there's actually something you can do to get yourself out of this terror that you're in and really help your person, they say, no one's ever called us. So welcome to the channel. Please subscribe so you'll be sure to get the notice when we're doing more videos. And drop a comment if this is helpful. Keep me posted here. Keep each other posted. We need to be doing whatever we can to stop our own pain, to help someone else in pain. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next video.